catching a breeze, love moving through me like a wildfire, like a wildfire. feeling no pain, long stretches, I get to remember it. Then I see my bed is empty on one side, back in the sheet, the only place I can hide. In the morning, I'm wondering how I'm gonna get through the night. Sick and weary, and only your love gonna make it right. I close the curtain, sweating, shaking all over. Imagine you're here. I'm looking up at the door. 'Cause I'm a better man with your love than without. Stuck in the sill, I may never make it out. In the morning, I'm wondering how I'm gonna get through the night. Sick and weary, and only your love's gonna make it right. Yeah, only your love, only your love. Only your love, only your love. Just a little, take me along the way. Won't you visit? Won't you stop by to stay? I'm a better man with your love than without. In the sill, I may never make it out. And in the morning, I'm wondering how I'm take all our life to explain that it's more beautiful when you're here. I remember the light when it turned around and revealed all the truth, no escape. Oh, ain't play. Say it like it is this time for me to hear. Suddenly you felt all alone again, even in crowded rooms with all your friends. Where goes the time? All in front of you. Where goes the time? Still in front of you. Say it like it is this time for me to hear. Suddenly you felt all alone again, even in crowded rooms all around friends. Say it, it's unbreakable through it all and more. Don't fret now, I'm not leaving you alone. Won't leave you now or through later days. I don't know if I can find my way out. I'm stuck in a prison of doubt. In this tiny shell, and everything is growing up tight. There's no room to breathe, and nobody is watching at night. I wanna rise up. Need a friend to shake me out again. Need a friend to shake me out again.
Hello there, everybody. Hope you're doing well today. So even though that ends up being another possibly win for the bot, I did have to do a stop loss there. So that's the first loss of the day. Yeah, a little bit more volatile conditions today than yesterday. We'll see how the bot does in those conditions. But if you're new to the channel, um, we are testing a recommendation bot for a scalping strategy, and so far it's doing pretty well. Um, I think the record yesterday was 17-1 and 1. 1 being missed opportunity, but yeah, I don't mind missed opportunities if the bot doesn't think the chart sets up well for that result. So, uh, all in all, we're excited to be over 500 subscribers, and yeah, off to 1,000 now. So anyway, I hope you're doing well today, and I just thought I'd come in here and do a little brief orientation today. Saturday's usually a quiet day for the stream, so if you have any questions, that helps me to have something to talk about, which makes it more likely more folks will show up to the stream. So feel free to ask questions, say hello, tell me where you're from, all that good stuff. And if you feel so inclined, a like is appreciated, and yeah, spam those emojis if you feel it. Hope you're doing well today. Good luck with the trading, and yeah, we'll see how the bot does for another day. I have been able to get one early one, so keep in mind that this bot will make recommendations at the beginning, 3 minutes, and at the end, 8 minutes. So it's looking for early scalping opportunities and late scalping opportunities. And so far, its record is pretty solid. It's looking at 3 1-minute indicators, the Stoch RSI 1 minute, the ATR for volatility, and the Bollinger Bands. And yeah, off to a good start with it. We're still testing. That's why I'm just doing one contract at a time. But anyway, uh, we're we're losing people with me talking, so I'll just get back to trading.
Breaking the promise was always a pattern of mine. It's the way that I learned that the game it was only a matter of time. And I pray that I don't have to pay for it yet, but I'm willing to gamble on a bet. I'm willing to forgive and forget. Say one thing and mean another and swear it's over the best. Cut all the toxic BS. pretends to be your friend. I wanna know if it mattered. I would have gone to war for you. I would have bent the earth in two just to get to our ever after. Something about this has changed. I wanna feel you close again. Don't let go. No, I don't want this to end. Whoa. Remember the start when you break in my heart again like blood on a pen. Would it matter then when everything starts to fade? Back like it's yesterday. Would it all full send? Would it matter then? Would it matter then? I did it all. I bore the weight on my shoulders like it was fate. Don't tell me it was for nothing. You told me love wasn't true 'cause it didn't feel real to a cynic like you. But I'm pretty sure we walked into something. Something about this has changed. I wanna feel you close again. Don't let go. No, I don't want this to end. Remember the start when you break in my heart again like blood on a pen. Would it matter then when everything starts to fade? Back like it's yesterday. Would it all full send? Would it matter then? Would it matter then? Would it matter then? Another time around the block, I loved you around the clock. Break of dawn, might as well be midnight, talking on the dock. Everyone around us knows, they say we're soulmates and it shows. So I wanna see where this could go, this could go. Break the news to everyone, the long time wait is finally done. I wasn't hanging around for fun, you could be the one. Remember the start when you break in my heart again like blood on a pen. Would it matter then when everything starts to fade? Back like it's yesterday. Would it all full send? Would it matter then? Would it matter then? Would it matter then? Would it
Porch light flicker on the siding, moths dancing like they know the tune. Porch light flicker on the siding, moths dancing like they know the tune. Every breath feels borrowed, but tonight the world's in tune. Old chair hums beneath me, plank boards keep the time. Old chair hums beneath me, plank boards keep the time. If this sound ain't perfect, light burn uneven. Let the shadows play. Yeah, the porch light burn uneven. Keep the night from drifting away. If this ain't heaven, it'll do for today.
You say you need your space, then pull me close. I read your silence, louder than most. One day you walk, the next day you
Welcome, everybody. Happy Saturday to you. And just for new folks, I thought I'd do kind of a brief orientation here and kind of familiarize you, if you're new, with what's going on the screen here. So we're trading the Kalshi Bitcoin 15-minute up or down markets. And we're using some tools on the screen here. We've got the Coinbase order book. That's those horizontal green and red lines. So we're just keeping an eye on the orders and the bids coming in and the price movement there. That white box that's on the screen on the Kalshi side, that's not actually part of the Kalshi site. That is the CF Benchmarks real-time index, which is what the Kalshi price reacts to in real time. So that's the number that they're using to create the graph, but the graph is delayed. It's a 60-second average, so it will lag behind the actual number on the real-time index. So the white box is our go-to for what the price actually is in the moment. And then we've got the trading view chart. We've got the indicators that we're following, Bollinger Bands, Stoch RSI, which is in the 1 minute range, and we're keeping an eye on ATR, which measures volatility. So this strategy does really well in less volatile markets. So when we see that 0.0% down there with the bot, that's a real good sign, because we're basically doing scalping strategies. And I created a bot at the bottom of the screen. The bot's job is to read the indicators and provide recommendations at the beginning of the market, the first 3 minutes, if there's any opportunity for a 10-cent scalp, 10, 20, somewhere in there, scalp in the first 3 minutes. So it may make a recommendation in the first 3 to buy at somewhere between 30 and 45 cents. And it also does a recommendation at the end of the market to buy between 85 and 90 cents sometime after the 8-minute mark. Keep in mind, it's not predicting the result. It's at that moment saying, if this gets to 85 cents, buy it. So it'll make that recommendation when the price sometimes is at 30 cents or 40 cents. And you're like, well, that seems like I shouldn't get in now. That's correct. You should not get in now. And it will also flip mid-market if the indicators flip. So I use that for a couple things. Obviously, if I haven't gotten in, I'll change my side that I'm looking at. But also, if I do have a position, I will sell immediately at that moment if it flips to the other side. I do a stop loss at 50 cents. So even though the bot has been perfect today, 4-0, I did have to do one stop loss because it got down to 50 cents. So I consider that a loss because, in the scalping strategy, if it gets to 85, we're thinking it's pretty safe. So yesterday, the bots, this is only the second day, and I'm only doing one contract right now as I follow the bot impeccably. So I am just testing and doing one contract and just seeing what the results are. This is only the second day of this bot being active. And yesterday had a great day, 17-1. And today we're at 3-1 to start. You could say 4-0 because it did pick the right side. But if it gets down to 50 cents, I consider that a fail. So, but overall, really pleased with how it's, making it really simple to do the scalping strategy. I think it's just really important as a viewer to know that it's not designed to pick the winner when it makes a recommendation at 8-minute mark. It's simply telling you that the way the chart looks, if this price does get to 85 cents, I recommend you buy it. So some people last night were using it as like an early prognosticator, and sometimes it does work, but just keep in mind that's not really its function. That's not what it was programmed for. It was programmed for scalping, and it makes recommendations based on the chart and the 3 indicators it's looking at. And so just thought I'd throw that out there. Let me see what we got here from Gamma. Is the bot something you created or something you found that somebody else made? It's something I created yesterday morning. I skipped doing my live in the afternoon yesterday and decided I had enough of, we had a rough week, very volatile markets, and I was probably getting in places I shouldn't have, and I just decided I'm going to sit down with Gemini and we're going to create just an assistant, a recommendation bot that is designed specifically for scalping. So and also for educational purposes, right? So everything about what you see on the screen is an attempt to explain in as brief of a words as possible why we're using those indicators, what they're used for, and all that. Because in the end, this is an educational stream about trading and predictive markets and all that. So as far as following the recommendations, I am doing that today as a tester. I would be cautious because it's just in testing mode. That's why I'm only doing one contract per. Vishna says, Saturday and Sunday market movement is confusing for me. The range up and down is very tight, like $10 to $30. Yeah, so the volatility is very quiet. It's very mellow. It's like that. It's been like that ever since I've been doing these markets. It starts Friday afternoon and goes to Sunday morning, and then Sunday afternoon is basically the start of a new trading week, and the chaos returns. For my strategy, I really love Friday afternoon to Sunday afternoon. Pretty ideal for scalping strategies, especially at the end of the market. The beginning of the market strategies will do better, I think, in more chaotic settings. And we'll see if the bot helps us do that during the week this week. So it's only been tested on Friday afternoon and now Saturday. So it's being tested right now in the kind of quiet markets where all the, there's no major news events affecting the markets. There's no, everybody's kind of off for the weekend. So things are quiet. There's no huge movements. It tends to be pretty predictable. So here, I'm going to get into trading mode. The bot is recommending no, and I should just buy while I'm talking because I'm going to waste time if I don't do it. All right. Well, we'll get in. Hopefully we'll get placed there. Okay, good. All right, I'll be back when this is done.
Jailbird singing something about the way things used to be. Now I'm dancing on a wire like a cheap paper tiger, strumming on a heartstring stereo to a song that no one knows, and it goes like this. Hey, hey, yeah, said it goes like this. Say la vie, oh, don't ask me, 'cause it goes like this. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, pretty stable there. I wasn't a page, excuse me. I wasn't paying attention. I usually get in between 75, 80 cents around the 8 minute mark. Ended up getting in at 94 cents. Yeah, I was talking, so I kind of probably missed a couple cents there, but I'm always trying to get in at 85 is kind of my number. Um, and that's how this bot is programmed. So it's doing its calculations based on that entry point at 85 cents. And I'm just trying to get a 10-cent scalp. So yeah, it's doing really well. I'm pretty impressed. Now, again, this is weekend. I tend to do well in general with this strategy on the weekends because the market is more sluggish. If it moves away from the strike, it's much harder for it to get back within within the 8 minute, 7, 8 minute range. It's hard for it to get back. Um, so we'll see how it does during the week. I'll keep testing at one contract. I've got kind of the number in my portfolio where I started, but profitable on day one at 17-1 record. Profitable so far day two, just getting started. So yeah, it's the one thing I have to get used to. I tend to trade the end of the markets, but this bot also does the first 3 minutes if there's a scalping opportunity at the beginning. So I got to get used to kind of ending my talk before this market ends, because I'm a terrible trader if I'm talking and trading at the same time. So I'll head over to silent mode, trading mode here, and see if we get anything in the first 3 minutes.
Anyway, baby, just name the time. When I'ma come through, can you get me cruising on the moonlight? Top down, playing new sounds while the wind blows over it. Checking my maps, heading a stack, keep it intact. Do me a favor, girl. Can you keep it warm for me, keep it on for me like a shower? I needed to run for me, hold it down till I'm pulling up. I finally made it, girl. And I'm at the door, see you walking up to me, and you got something that's showing what's underneath. Still you expect me to make it do pleasantries, baby, I'm yours. Love what you got on, but I want it all for you. We can play a song while I'm holding on to you. Rubbing in the hallway, no use for all the rooms. So what you wanna do? And she told me, she said it's all for you. I did it all for you. Baby, it's all for you. No, no, no. She said it's all for you. I did it all for you. Baby, it's all for you. No, no, no. We could catch a vibe here on this trip. I'm in your soul, you're on my head. I want you at my fingertips all night, all night. Love what you got on, but I want it all for you. We can play a song while I'm holding on to you. Rubbing in the hallway, no use for all the rooms. So what you wanna do? And she told me, she said it's all for you. I did it all for you. Baby, it's all for you. No, no, no.
going with you. I know we'll get to the other side. Sinking in, I know this feels right. Catching a breeze, love moving through me like a wildfire, like a wildfire.
All right, looks like the bot does not have a recommendation for the first 3 minutes here, so I'll come back in and chat until about the, I think I need to get out and get into trading mode back at the 8 minutes and 30-second mark. So I don't think Carlos is here yet today. He's the captain of the lock-in team. If somebody wants to take over his role and yell at me in the chat to lock in, if we're getting near the 8:30 mark and I'm still jabbering on, just feel free to give me a good old, hey, lock in, buddy. Like, so thanks for the info. Do you have a take profit strategy or hold to the settlement? So I'm always doing a take profit at 10 cents if I have the room for it. That's just in general. You know, if it moves so fast that it moves past the 10-cent mark in the time I'm doing the take profit, setting it up, that's fine. But yeah, in general, I'm doing 10 cents. If I get in at like 90 or 90 to 95 or even higher, I always do 99. Sometimes 99.9, but then you're just hanging around too long. I like 99. It's just, you know, I get most of the profit. I sacrifice the 1 cent to get out and be less stressful. So that's my strategy. I think, you know, with your personality, if you ask AI, you know, it'll probably tell you to just hold to the end or, you know, do 99.9 or whatever. But I figure that's one of the benefits of predictive markets is the ability to not hold till the end. So I try to take advantage of that. And most of the time I get my 10 cents and I'm out. Since I'm in testing mode, it'll just be one contract at 10 cents. But, you know, I size it usually based on my bankroll. And I'm trying in general to do 1% per market of the bankroll. Up to, if I'm like crazy confident for some reason, 10% is the max of my portfolio at risk at one time. I generally like to stay below 5%, 4% kind of being like, you know, aggressive-ish. 10 is like super aggressive. But the main thing is I want to keep my contracts consistent for the day, for the session, so that you know, my wins and my losses balance each other out. So if I mess around too much and lose on a, you know, if I'm going in at 1% all day and then all of a sudden I throw in a 5% one and that loses, that throws the math completely off. So yeah, I do a stop loss, by the way, at 50 cents. AI constantly wants me to move that up to like 70, but I'm fine with, you know, I lose very, very rarely, especially on the weekends. So I'm fine with, if it gets to 50 cents, I got to be out. That's the rule. So I'm generally at the end of the market, I'm buying at 85 to 90, taking 10 cents profit with a take profit on the board, and then getting ready to do a stop loss. And you'll see me put in the number 20. Just always keep in mind that AI will give you, or excuse me, Kalshi will give you the best price available below the number you put for when you're bidding, and the vice versa for when you're selling. So like when I bid, you'll see me bid at 99. Doesn't mean that Kalshi's going to give me 99. I'm saying to Kalshi with a limit order, the same thing I would if I was buying with dollars or shares. I'm saying I'm going to pay the fee Just make sure I get placed at the best price below 99 when I press the button. So I got to get off because it's trading time, but you'll see me do my stop loss and take profit and all that on this one.
To find the truth. Can't wait to wake to your love in the morning. This simple thing that we do. Breathe in, breathe out with you.
Okay, and I want to be disciplined. Also, thank you for the lock in there. I want to be disciplined about with when there's 30 seconds left in the market, also going back into trading mode, because this bot also does the first 3 minutes of the market looking for early scalping opportunities. I had one this morning, got in and was out within 5 seconds because it just saw on the chart kind of predicting what was going to happen real quick. So, and it'll do that. It'll recommend between 30 and 45 cents for those contracts. So, yeah, and just to talk about the 2 minute warning, the bot, as you will notice, will stop making recommendations at the 2 minute mark. That's always been my philosophy is, the last 2 minutes is diabolical. So, so the bot does that on its own though. I mean, Gemini programmed that on its own, perhaps from my implied bias of how I do things, but yeah, so it will stop making recommendations at the 2 minute mark. And, yeah, I try to avoid, I definitely won't take a position after 2 minutes, 2 minutes to go. And I try to kind of be done with my position by 2 minutes, if possible. And even if it's a less profit, I don't want to mess around with the last 2 minutes. So, Norman says, I missed one this morning. I jumped from 30 to 58 and was too slow. The nice thing about this recommendation bot that I built is it can be turned into a trading bot very easily. So, and I've built trading bots before. I just want to make sure that the setup here is a solid setup that's a winning, profitable long term. And then I can turn it over to the bot, and the bot can do stuff in milliseconds, way faster than I can react. So it can say, oh, great opportunity, and all in a millisecond, discover there's a great opportunity, make the bid, place it, do all that. That would take me 5 seconds to pull off, and by then it's maybe over. So that's the nice thing about if you have a strategy that is profitable and you're confident with, that's the nice thing about having a bot trading for you, is their reaction times are unparalleled, and there's many bots trading these markets, because Kalshi makes it very easy. They have an API. They encourage people to use bots to trade with their platform. So it's actually a very easy platform to create a bot for, and AI can help anyone do that. That's my next video is going to be kind of just explaining the strategy with the use of the bot and how I kind of went about programming it. And then I'm going to do a video that's just all about how you can create your own bot. That's the idea here, is not to have people copying my strategy completely, like that I'm the guru or anything like that. You're the guru. We're here to, share ideas, learn from each other, grow, and be educational about what we're doing. That's why if anybody ever comes in the room, and it happens all the time, and just asks up or down, I will always play this, and hopefully it makes everybody laugh. But
right to jail, right away.
So yeah, we don't want this to turn into the Kalshi comment section where it's just, should I go up or down, and then everybody's saying up, down, and just kind of mindless jabbering. We want this chat to be, friendly, encouraging, positive, sharing ideas, getting better at trading, talking about strategies, and being educational. Not so much like a follow this guru because he knows so much about what he's, I'm humble enough as an old man to know that, you can be successful doing this with many different strategies, but there are some fundamental principles in trading that do apply, I think, to any strategy. And I think one of those is know when to sit out, know when to wait, and the bot is helping with that as well. But know when the market conditions are just not favorable for what you're doing, and take a break and have a drink and sit back and relax. Do something else. Know when to take a good loss. Like, super important if you're scalping high probability. You've got more than 50 cents per share invested. You're picking the high side. So taking a full loss is really hurts the strategy tremendously. So you got to be really good at having a stop loss and sticking to it. And you can have your stop loss wherever you want to have it, wherever you think it'll work for your strategy long term. I go with 50 cents because I give myself plenty of room for the price to fluctuate and go down and get close to the strike and do all its stuff. But if it ever gets to 50 cents or 49, I'm out, because I've got no expected value left. My edge is gone. There's no point in me sticking around. So right to jail. So yeah, know when to take a good loss. Get really good at taking a good loss. And that's what I've gotten a lot better at in the last month. I was terrible. I hold on. I just, it'll work out. No, that's, you got to have a strategy. You got to stick to it. And that's probably the third one is have a strategy, stick to it. Don't mess around. Like, become an expert at your strategy. Become the guru of your strategy, So those are the kind of things I look at as being really important, and they're true of trading stocks. They're true of, any kind of investment is those principles of sticking to your strategy, knowing how to take a good loss, and knowing when to sit out are huge. Yeah, can I call you Norm? Norm, discipline is like, the great thing about it is the market always punishes me when I'm not disciplined. So that's good, because I want to be disciplined, and if it let me get away with it and sneak out some wins, it'd be dangerous, because but fortunately for me, if I ever stray from my strategy, I get punished. So yeah, I don't know. That's something I've learned the hard way. That's how I tend to do everything in life, is the hard way. But, and I talked right through that trading window, but oh well. Agreed. I use a bot when I hand play the trade using my gut or feelings I lose. Yeah. Yeah, it's amazing. You're like, oh, this has got to win. I'm going in big time. That's a surefire way to, ruin your own day. Like, and so I used to be I've done a number of things in my life. I used to be a golf pro and a teaching pro. So I used to teach people how to play golf. And my mantra always was like, process, do a routine, like stick to your routine, get comfortable with your routine, do it over and over again. Like, and then don't judge how you did based on the result. Judge how you did, how well did you stick to your routine? And that's exactly the same thing here. So even if my side, like let's say I do a stop loss like I did this morning at 50 cents, and that side ends up winning, like, I do not have an emotional connection to that. I have only a feeling of like, good job, buddy. Like, way to go. You did exactly what you're supposed to do in that situation. You didn't stray from the strategy. You stuck to it. So just kind of mentally switching over to, instead of, oh, I won there, or I lost there, being emotionally connected to the result. Instead, be process oriented, and how well did I stick to my strategy and I should celebrate that and be happy about that instead of whether I won or lost, which is outside of my control. The only thing I can control is having a strategy and sticking to it. So easier said than done, but that's the transition I'm making in. Yeah, good job. All right. I got them all telling me to lock in. I love it. All right, I'll be back.
Well, I know how you want it to seem, but we'll watch as it all plays out. From the crest of the wave that we broke upon and pulled you back into the sea, all the way down. Why'd it take all our life to explain that it's more beautiful when you're here? I remember the light when it turned around and revealed all the truth, no escape. Point blank. Say it like it is this time for me to hear. Suddenly you felt all alone again, even in crowded rooms with all your friends. Where goes the tide?
Sometimes I feel like when I'm talking about stop loss, the universe is like, "Oh, you're good at it? Well, let's see if you are." Like, let's test you out. Let's see if you'll do it, you know. So, I'm getting to the point where I'm like, "Yep. Well, I I'm happy. I did what I said I was going to do, I stuck to the routine. Up may end up, you know, the bot thinks up will be victorious, and I may like after I if I get more and more confident with the bot, I may lower the stop loss, but that's not the strategy right now. The strategy right now is 50 cents. If it goes to 49, I'm out, So, and yeah, that's why I'm doing one contract right now, testing the bot and see how it's doing. But yeah, so this is the second time today where I have done a stop loss and the bot was eventually correct. So, that's fine though. Again, I'm not worried about the result. I'm worried about. I mean, I'll be worried about the result after a week of doing the strategy, and if it's profitable at the end of doing a week, we're good. But try not to be micromanaging in the moment the strategy. Stick to it, ride it out. There's going to be moments where that was kind of unlucky, right? It's like unfortunate. That's like just got close enough to make it doubtful before it like finished off strong. So that's happened twice today. So really the bot is undefeated today, but not really for my strategy. There's a couple stop losses. And if it ends, I'll keep track of that, because if it ends up being that the bot is very good at anticipating the final result, then I can be a little bit more confident when it gets to the 49, 50 realm, and maybe I go down to 40 as my stop loss. So anyway, we'll see. I'm always considering adjustments while also sticking to whatever the current strategy is. So I think, executing whatever you're doing, just don't change your strategy mid-market, like mid investment. I think that's pretty important. So I bought up at 6 minutes, reversed, hit my stop, then went right back up. Yeah, same thing. Yeah, same thing here. So, but again, for me, it's fine, because we're testing a bot, and I'm in stick to my strategy mode. So I'm celebrating. It sounds strange, but I'm celebrating a loss, because that loss is what kind of ensures that my strategy is profitable. So, and again, since this bot is new, it's not trustworthy yet. It's doing well, but it's not trustworthy yet. After a week or two of testing, and I'm like, okay, this thing is consistently correct, then I'll trust it more, and maybe drop the stop loss down to like 40 cents instead of 50. So yeah, I'll get into trading mode here for the beginning of this next market, and I appreciate all the lock-ins. That's makes my day, because yeah, we're supporting each other, and I'm trying to share information that I have with you, and you're supporting me and reminding me it's time to trade.
Reaching out, I'm reaching in. The water is rising over me. The water is rising. It's coming. I'm reaching out, I'm reaching in. The water is rising over me. The water is rising. I'm reaching. It's coming. I'm reaching. Water is rising over me. I'm reaching out, I'm reaching. It's coming in. Water is rising over me. I'm reaching out, I'm reaching. It's coming.
All right, it looks like the bot does not have a recommendation for the first 3 minutes on this market. Derlin, thanks so much for this question. The AI bot cost nothing because yesterday Gemini and I sat down, created it, tested it, uh, revamped it, did it again over and over until ready to go. And then last night I tested it for the first time in the live. So this is the third bot I've created. The first two were trading bots. This one is more of like a trading assistant. So it can be turned into a trading bot at some point once it's proven itself as like a reliable predictor of market movement. But right now it's just in testing mode and it's doing well. But yeah, it's with a grain of salt. It's like we're gonna see how it does, and I'll test it for like a week or two at one contract and just kind of take my time, let it handle a bunch of different market conditions and see how it does in everything. So what I have been thinking, I'm so glad you've been watching my videos and you're loving them. Thank you so much for doing that. I'm glad to hear that. It makes my day. We just crossed 500 subscribers. I've only been doing this for like 3 weeks. We're already over 500 subscribers and we're getting really close to 3,000 watch hours. I think we're at 2,500 already. So just another 500 more watch hours, which will be, this week sometime. I will be able to do, super chats. You can join the channel and all that. And one thing I have thought about for people that join the channel as like a member of the channel, like is, yeah, I'm happy to send the program, the code for that bot to email it to you directly, and you can implement it. I'll even give instructions about how how to get it on your computer and all that stuff. I'll kind of make it as easy as possible for someone who doesn't know anything about. And to be honest, I'm one of those people that doesn't know anything about computer programming. I can only do this because I'm a good communicator and I've worked enough with AI to know how to talk to AI and direct it. But even even Gemini, Claude is great. Claude is my favorite, but the only drawbacks of Claude is you got to kind of pay to get the really good stuff, and it has a data limit that's really can be annoying. So right now I'm just using Gemini, and Gemini and I created this bot in like 2 hours, 3 hours, something like that. So yeah, anybody can do it, and that's going to be one of my next videos. I think I'm going to get a lock in probably here soon. I'll be back, but one of my next videos will be about programming a bot and about how I did this one that we have on the screen.
Another time around the block, I loved you around the clock. Break of dawn, might as well be midnight, talking on the dock. Everyone around us knows, they say we're soulmates and it shows. So
Porch light flicker on the siding, moths dancing like they know the tune. Porch light flicker on the siding, moths dancing like they know the tune. Every breath feels borrowed, but tonight the world's in tune. Old chair hums beneath me, playing boards keep the time. Old chair hums beneath me, playing boards keep the time. If this sound ain't perfect, that's how it's mine. Someone left the radio humming low next door. Someone left the radio humming low next door. Static sings the harmony. I couldn't ask for more. Let the porch light burn uneven, let the shadows play. Yeah, the porch light burn uneven, keep the night from drifting away. If this ain't heaven, it'll do for today.
And so, yeah, Derlin, in the meantime, I'm live 6 to 8 hours a day. I do 2 sessions. So I do, this is Pacific time. I'm in California. So we do noon to 4 p.m. I don't always go the whole 4 hours, but I'm live somewhere in that window. And then in the evening, 8 p.m. to midnight. And again, same thing. Lately I've been finishing around 11, but if there's a lot of energy in the chat and, you know, it's a real good stream that we're having a lot of fun, I'll keep going until midnight. But, yeah, I just kind of feel it out. As I've gotten older, I've reached the point where, like, you know, when I'm done, it's okay to be done. Like when some days I'm just not feeling it, you know, but most of the time I'm doing 3 to 4 hours each time. Yeah, it really just depends on the interactions and whether I do rely on the chat giving me something to work with as a talker. You know, I'm kind of much better as a streamer if I have an engaged chat. So I appreciate all the questions today. It's kept me on my toes working on this new strategy, or not this new strategy, but using the bot on this strategy. And I appreciate, I'm staying on my toes and trying to keep it all the balls in the air at one time. So, but yeah, I appreciate all the questions. And yeah, just you can always help me also to lock in if I'm talking. There's a couple moments that I need to lock in. It's at 30 seconds to go in the market and 8 minutes and 30 seconds to go. So those are the times that the bot is about to possibly make a suggestion, a recommendation. So those are the times that I need to turn off the microphone and get back to trading. I tried for a while to do talking and trading at the same time. It's just too much for me. It's stressful. I don't like it. So I just kind of compartmentalize. I'll talk when there's not something active and answer questions. So, but even if I'm like in trading mode and you throw something up on the chat, and I will definitely catch up on the chat as soon as I get back. But yeah, so the bot is basically going to be available to anybody during those streams, and then I think what we'll do is once we move into 3,000 watch hours, and I can do some more stuff with the channel. We'll just create kind of a special category of people, and with that, I'm also going to do occasional, members only streams. Once in a while. So I do want to find a way to like. One thing I'm big about is, I'm not. It's not a big deal for me as much to make money as to create community and to support other people and to lift them up, and we all boats rise together. So that's kind of where I'm at with my mentality. I don't need a bunch of your money. I'm quite happy with my life, and so more than anything, I just want to make sure we're creating community and supporting other people and doing some fun stuff. I want to do, as we grow, I want to do giveaways and just make this fun, educational and fun, and a place to go where when you're trading, you don't feel like you're trading alone. Like there's there's information coming in from people you kind of are familiar with and you trust, you built some relationship with. So I already have a few people in the 3 weeks I've been doing this that I consider my friends. If I met them in real life, I give them a hug right away. So that's a pretty cool thing in this day and age to have that. So I'm going to lock in. I think it's getting close. I'll be right back.
So why you always halfway in? Why you always halfway in? Got me drowning when I know I could swim. If you love me, baby, say it with your chest. Yeah, tired of the maybes, I just want the yes. Don't play me like a song on spin. If you ride for me, then ride to the end. Don't wanna love this paper thin. So why you always halfway in? Halfway in.
Never really know what's going on. Look at me sometimes like all you want to do is run.
congrats, Serge. That's amazing. And you stayed in there. You hung in there, and now you're going to reap the benefits. That's fantastic. So Serge is the OG here, along with Carlos, and he invested in a Solana meme coin that he had some faith in, and it's gone through the roof and continues. I'm amazed it's still going up. So there's something in that narrative that you picked up that was solid. So congrats. Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, that was my first introduction to Doge's sister. Oh, okay. That's a narrative that makes sense. All right, cool. Yeah, that was my first introduction to crypto. Was I don't know. I just got into one Solana meme coin. It didn't work out, but I was like, oh, let me see what's going on here, and had some fun with that. Got the rug pulled on me too many times. I was like, forget this. There's got to be something else. And then kind of got into Kalshi, and so now I'm in crypto without being in crypto. Like, so I can use all that information I gathered from studying, the charts and crypto and stuff in predictive markets. So we got 20 people in the room, and Serge is here. The party can begin, folks. So for new people who are just showing up and saying, what the heck is this on the screen? So we are a community that's dedicated to education around trading, investing, particularly predictive markets, particularly Kalshi, and even more niche, the Bitcoin 15-minute markets on Kalshi. So we are going to start doing Solana Sundays and Ethereum Thursdays just to switch it up a little bit and get some variety in the channel. But we're mostly focusing on 15-minute crypto. The nice thing about that for doing a live stream and trading is that it's kind of evergreen. It's always turning over. A new market is every 15 minutes. It's reliable. You know it's coming up. You can just kind of get in the groove and flow with it. So, and so we're doing that. We've got some charts on the screen, which I'm happy to describe a little bit later. I think I'm going to get into lock-in mode on this one coming up here. But I'll be back. If you have any questions about what you're seeing on the screen, we're here to answer those questions. But anyway, I'll be back soon.
J-Bag singing something about the way things used to be. Now I'm dancing on a wire like a cheap paper tiger, strumming on a heartstring stereo to a song that no one knows, and it goes like this. Hey, hey, yeah, said it goes like this.
sings up, now you seem better than me. But was that even for? Was you playing your games? Was you really bored? No. I really should've known. Be with that and right till we hit a red light. Then I see the signs. Oh, after all that time, it's a shit for us. You don't wanna try. Thought your love was real, but it's not for us. No, you can't decide. Oh, after all this time, it's a shit for us. After all this time, it's a shit for us. After all this time, it's a shit for us. Oh, I really should've known. Be with that in mind till we hit a red light. Then I see the side. Oh, after all that time, it's a shit for us. You don't wanna try. Thought your love was real, but it's not for us. No, you can't decide. Oh, after all this time, it's a shit for us. Anyway, baby, just name the time. When I'ma come through, can you get me cruising on the moonlight?
All right, another scalping win for the good guys. Hope you're doing well today. It's a beautiful day here in the Pacific Northwest. I'm in the place where the Klamath River meets the Pacific Ocean, among the redwoods, just chilling in my off-grid retreat here. Solar panels. This stream is being brought to you by solar panels and Starlink. Yeah, there's no water or electrical grid or anything like that here. Just chilling in the woods. So, yeah, it's an amazing time to be alive. A lot of freedom comes with some of this technology. So, yeah, so the bot's doing well. It's undefeated today if we don't do a stop loss. I've taken a couple losses because it got to 50 cents, but the end result was correct on those two times. So, as I was saying earlier, I may change my stop loss if this bot proves to be extremely good at predicting the beginning and end opportunities. But that remains to be seen at this point. For right now, I'm just in charge of the strategy I have, which is scalp 10 cents, take profit, and do a stop loss if it gets to 50 cents. That's my only job. And right now, I'm just doing one contract and following the recommendation of the bot to see how it does for a week or two in practice and see what the results are. And then may turn it into a trading bot. But one thing I was saying to the chat earlier is that somebody asked for the if I could share the bot with them. And my feeling on that is I think what I want to do once we get to we've got 500 subscribers, but we actually do need about 500 more watch hours to get where you can join the channel and stuff like that. When we do that, first of all, I want to let Serge and Carlos, I don't think Carlos is here, but I want to let Serge know that Serge, well, first of all, everybody else should know that Serge and Carlos are OGs and are here all the time. Serge, I want to let you know that I want to cover the joining fee for both you and Carlos. So at some point, send me your PayPal or Venmo to my email address, pnwcoastoffgrid@gmail.com. And there's a hyphen in there on off-grid, I believe. But anyway, send me your PayPal or Venmo, and then I'll cover it as a thank you for the support you got. Both you and Carlos have given me. It just means everything to me. I've so much enjoyed hanging out with you guys, and you guys both mean a lot to me and mean everything to this channel. So I want to make sure when we do offer memberships to the channel that I cover you two, just as a thank you for all that you do. So Carlos is our lock-in captain. He's big on making sure, like right now, I shouldn't be talking. I should be ready for an early market entry. But sometimes I just choose that the stream content is more important. But still, if Carlos was here, he'd be telling me to lock in. Serge is our engagement captain, and so he's taking the reins of, like, just occasionally reminding people that, hey, you can, for free, just press a button to like the stream, and it makes a big difference. And also for free, you can press those emojis and comment and do stuff like that. So Serge is taking that kind of ball and running with it, and I appreciate him so much. So and Larry's here. How's it going, Larry? So anyway, I just want to throw that out there. We're about to make a transition in the next week. At some point, once we hit 3,000 watch hours, we're at like 2,500 right now. Once we hit 3,000, we'll be able to have super chats, and people can join the channel. So anyway, I just wanted to make that announcement that I'm covering Serge and Carlos, their joining fees, their membership fees. So Serge may not be may not be listening because he likes to listen to music while the stream is going. But anyway, at some point I'll make sure he hears that. So anyway, great day. The bot is in testing mode. It's doing a nice, solid job. It's I think the overall record for just predicting the final result, it does switch mid-market, but as far as like it'll say buy yes when yes is at 30 cents, but it'll say if the price gets to 85, buy it. So as far as predicting once the price gets to 85 that it wins, the bot is actually, I think, undefeated. I've had to do 3 stop losses out of like 24 markets. But overall, the bot is really strong, reading the indicators, giving recommendations, changing the recommendations if the market shifts. So, journey going on strong. Yep, keep pumping away. And so, yeah, so far I would say the initial testing of the bot is very encouraging. And we'll see as the week goes on and the markets get more chaotic during the week, if it provides good recommendations for more volatile conditions. So, yeah, but overall, pretty happy with the couple hours I spent with Gemini programming this bot. And I think it's one of those things that can very easily be turned into a trading bot. Right now, it is just an assistant, so it's making recommendations. But if its recommendations end up being like really reliable and very profitable, this is something that can be turned into a trading bot very easily. So, and that's something I want to offer. More than anything, I want to teach people that they can do the bot stuff themselves. I was very doubtful that I could. Like, I don't have any background in computer programming. I don't know anything about that stuff. But just honestly, for free right now, just using Gemini. I have used Claude and I have used Cursor. I do recommend that if you're creating a bot, to use one of the sites like Codex or Claude Code or whatever that's specifically designed to create code. But this one I created here today is just for free with Gemini, chatting for 2 hours and working out the kinks and making it as easy to look at as possible. So anybody can do it. That's one of my next videos is just going to be how easy it is. Like anybody can do it, and I'll just try to guide you through it. If you're a member of my channel, I will send you the code for stuff that I create for you to use. Like that'll definitely be a perk of being a part of the channel. But more than anything, even for free, if somebody doesn't have the money to join, I'm always wanting to just provide. I'm not gatekeeping any information. Like you can do this. Like it's not that hard. It's not that intimidating. And Kalshi is set up with their API to handle bots very well. So I would guess I don't know how many, but there's a ton of bots trading Kalshi, which is why the price is so efficient and so gives you such a good indicator of probability in any moment, because so many bots are involved. And I need to lock in there. I'm gonna lock in now. I'll be back.
Lose track of time as we wander slowly. The afternoon comes and goes.
So, Derlin, I appreciate that request. What that motivates me to do is I will do a video uh, either today or tomorrow, and just kind of guide people through setting up a bot, how you can do it. I'll do one that's just uh, for free. Create an AI trading bot for free, and just use Gemini. And yeah, I'll work on that and get that out to you. I like to do things for the whole community at once instead of just one person at a time. So I'll do a video, and then if you have additional questions, you can feel free to ask. Um, but yeah, uh, I'm definitely going to do the next video. Will probably be just a presentation on the updated strategy using the trading bot and how the trading bot was created. So that will include some coding with AI stuff, and then I'll try to also crank out just the process of just creating the bot. So anyway, that just motivates me to get that to you as soon as I can. So I'll work on it, and I'll get that posted here. I don't know. I try not to make promises on timing because, like, I have a lot of stuff going on the homestead that I'm trying to do. But as energy allows, I will get that video on creating an AI trading bot uh, as soon as possible. So, Derlin, I appreciate you, man. Welcome to the community, and it's great to have you here. And I'll do my best to support you on the way here, and yeah, and do my best to take care of myself. That's one thing. I do 6 to 8 hours of streaming a day, so I try not to burn myself out. I try to be. That's why I don't talk the whole time, because if I did, I'd be wearing myself out. So I kind of I'm learning to compartmentalize the streams. There's a trading portion where I'm quiet. There's a non-trading portion where I will chat. So, but yeah, I'll work on those videos, and we may even record a video during this stream. That's actually what I just started thinking about. It's a really good, efficient use of time to do multiple takes. I did it last time in one take, but to do my very best to just record the live, and then I just made a video during the live, so I'm efficient of using my time and all that. So, well, welcome. Should I call you Amber? Welcome to the community. It's wonderful to have you joining us. Amber, if you have any questions, let me know. And if you want me to call you something else, let me know as well. We're here to be supportive and encouraging and kind and all that to people that want to learn more about trading, especially predictive markets, especially the Kalshi BTC 15, which we do a lot of. We are going to start adding Solana Sundays, so tomorrow will be the first Solana Sunday, where we do the same thing, all the same stuff, but like switch over to the Solana market and see how that goes. And we're going to do Ethereum Thursdays to switch things up. So I'm looking forward to that. We've only been doing this for 3 weeks, so Amber is great. Okay, cool. Looking forward to the bot video. I would be interested also for me to experience building a trading bot by myself following your tips. Yeah, absolutely. More than anything, what I want to, that whole thing between give somebody a fish and teach somebody to fish, I want this to be educational. I want you to have a bot that's trading exactly what you want to do, not what somebody else thought was the best thing to do. And then you can adjust it as you learn more, as you grow, as you adjust your strategy. But yeah, I want this space to be educational. So first day watching, loving the content, still learning myself. Well, welcome. It's great to have you, Her Garden. I appreciate you stopping by and hanging out. And if you have any questions, just let me know, especially if you're just learning and getting started. There's no don't feel like anybody's going to shame you for asking any kind of question, because there's somebody in the chat that will benefit from what you're asking. So feel free. If there's something on the screen you don't understand or anything like that, just let us know. As Larry says, we're all learning and practicing together. That's right. And the more questions, we all benefit from questions. So, and I should be trading right now, but that's okay. I'm welcoming new people. But there is an opportunity on the board right now to get in at an early scalp. The bot has identified an opportunity for a reversal. And so it's suggesting if you can get at the price of 30 to 45 cents for that contract and scalp 10 cents. Scalp is just taking profit or selling once you've reached your goal. And it can be 10 cents, 5 cents, whatever works for you. It can be more than that. My main thing is, once you have a strategy, once you committed to a strategy, stick with it and follow it with great discipline. And you'll see me, I think Serge and a number of people who've been here for a while, Larry might have seen this, like I'm getting much better at just following the rules of my strategy to a T, just absolutely sticking to it. And that's, I judge my success not on my profit and loss, although that is important, but mostly on how well I've executed my strategy. So that's a recipe for success if you find a strategy that works and you stick to it. Yeah, I agree, Larry. Absolutely. So I missed trading mode on the entry of that one. If anybody did get in and was able to get a position, I wasn't following that market that closely at the beginning, but we may steer off and get distracted when winning or losing too much. Yeah. Yeah. And it's fine to, like I always say, for me, generally, especially starting out, you should be at the max investing 1% of your bankroll per market, or as close to that as possible, with a max really of around 4 or 5%. Really aggressive is like 10%, but that's like super aggressive. But whatever you do, stick to that percentage for the session, and allow the numbers to work to your advantage if you have a solid strategy that's working. So, but yeah, welcome to all the new people. It's wonderful. I've only been doing this for 3 weeks. I've been trading these markets for over a year, but I've only been streaming for 3 weeks, and I really only started because I just created a video about a strategy I was using, and it did really well. It was way before I started getting involved in like trying to improve the sound of my microphone and the presentation of the live and all that stuff. It was just me on my phone, like, hey, I think this might work, So it did really well, and I was like, oh, there is a place for this. There's a need. This is lacking on the YouTube medium. So kind of stepped forward, and it's been kind of guns a-blazing since then. We've been, just growing steadily. And, I do think we have something nice to offer. It's a nice, calm, friendly place to learn more and to grow and get better at trading, and especially predictive markets. So I'm really grateful you're all here, and let's do this. Let's get locked in on this one and see what the bot has in store for us for scalping strategies at the end. One thing I will say for the new people, let's say the price for up is currently 30 cents, and the bot says recommend buy up at 85 cents. It is not recommending at that moment that you buy at 30 cents. It's saying if this gets to 85, the chart is very positive for it to be a winning position. So just keep that in mind. And the bot can flip It's just reading the indicators and how much time is left and what the price currently is and all that to give recommendations in real time. So if you have a position, if you got in at 85 cents and it flips to the other side, great time to sell. So I'll get in and start showing you how I execute this strategy.
Well, I know how you want it to seem, but we'll watch as it all plays out. From the crest of the wave that we broke upon and pulled you back into the sea, all the way down. Why'd it take all our life to explain that it's more beautiful when you're here? I remember the light when I turned around and revealed all the truth, no escape. Point blank. Say it like it is this time for me to hear. Suddenly you felt all alone again, even in crowded rooms with all your friends. Where goes the time? All in front of you. Where goes the time? Still in front of you. Say it like it is this time for me to hear. Suddenly you felt all alone again, even in crowded rooms all around friends. Say it.
Well, that was a runaway market, so I was only able to get 2 cents per contract on that one. But you know what? A win is a win is a win. They all add up, and the bot gave us an opportunity at the beginning of that market. We may have not been able to get in at that price, but one thing I may do is work with Gemini to adjust that the early recommendation to just be scalp 5 cents, scalp 10 cents, scalp 15 cents, scalp 20. based on how strong the indicators are. Not so much entry at a certain price, but that it's very likely to, increase at least 5 cents, at least 10 cents, that position. So that's one adjustment I may be looking to make here with the bot for the initial 3 minutes. It is great to get in at a low price because there's less risk, but if the indicators are really strong and it's just shooting off right from the beginning and it's at 60 cents right away, and the bot is like, well, it's going to 75, it's definitely going to 75. Well, we want to get in there. So that's one adjustment I may make just to the wording of it. We wanted to create something. I asked Gemini to create something that was educational, not just a chart, but also explaining in as concise a manner what these indicators are that the bot is using and like why, how it's helpful. And so that's why we have the cheat sheet kind of information at the bottom to kind of give you some sense of what these indicators are looking at. That's why we've got the trading view chart on the board, which is showing you those things in chart form. The RSI is on the bottom, and the Bollinger Bands are on the actual candlestick chart. And the ATR is just kind of being tracked by the bot. So the ATR is kind of a volatility indicator. This strategy of scalping gets destabilized and is not as reliable when the conditions are volatile. So, that's part of the bot as well, is that ATR indicator. What's up, Jay? Welcome to the chat. Hope you're doing well today. We're having some fun with this new bot, scalping recommendation bot that I created with Gemini. We're testing it out. I'm just doing one contract per market. And basically, once the threshold of 85 cents is crossed, or at the end, or the 30 to 45 cent recommendation, I'm in there. I'm doing exactly basically what the bot is telling me to do, and going to run that for like a week or two and see what the results are. So I did promise to Durley, I'm trying to remember how to say that name. Let me scroll up here. Derlin, that I was going to create a video about programming AI bots, trading bots. And that's my goal going forward. What I am going to do probably here pretty soon, in a market or two, I appreciate that, Jay, is I'm going to record a video while in this live. So I'm going to hopefully I can pull it off in one take, but I'm going to attempt to do record me doing this live and just turn it into a video. That's what I did on the 18-minute last one. We did that during a live. So I'm going to try and do that today. And basically, it'll just be a good opportunity to explain the updated strategy and the bot that's being used. And then that will lead to the next video, which is me explaining that how to create a bot for free and that anybody can do it. And AI is in a place where it is a reliable assistant. I'm going to go into trading mode as we got a new market. I'll be right back.
Another day, another break in the promise was always a pattern of mine. It's the way that I learned that the game, it was only a matter of time. And I pray
So one thing I'm asking chat to do, and by the way, thank you for whoever's spamming those emojis right now. I see you. I appreciate you. Thank you. So one thing the chat can do to help me today, because I'm trying to talk and trade and not do it at the same time, is there's a couple moments, a couple time frames that I need kind of an alarm, or basically you to yell at me, lock in. And you can yell at me to lock in at the 8-minute and 30-second mark and at the 30-second to go at the end, because I want to be ready for the bot starts making recommendations right at the beginning of the market for the first 3 minutes, and then starting at the 8-minute mark to the end. So yeah, thank you guys, especially whoever's pressing those emojis. You're making me smile. Yeah, so if you feel free to yell at me. I don't think Carlos is in the room tonight. He's usually all right. Thanks, Derlin. Carlos is usually our captain of locking in. He likes to be the one to remind me to lock in. But with Carlos not here, feel free to be the one that sees me jabbering on, and it's like 8 minutes and 40 seconds, and I'm starting a sentence that's not going to end anytime soon, to yell at me to lock in. So you lock in, I lock in, we all lock in. And all boats rise together. Yeah, so we got rug pulled. Speaking of rug pull, I got 40 into a new coin and it got yoinked. Honestly, that's what happens more often than not. So yeah, rug pulls are the norm in Solana meme coins. That's kind of why I got out of it. I was like, yeah, forget this. I tried to ride the initial jump and only get in for a short amount of time, but even then I would still get pulled. So yeah, Kate's covering a number of losses right now. All right, I'm gonna lock in. I'll be back.
Another time around the block, I loved you around the clock. Break of dawn, might as well be midnight, talking on the dock. Everyone around us knows, they say we're soulmates and it shows. So I wanna see where this could go, this could go. Break the news to everyone, the long time wait is finally done. I wasn't playing around for fun. You could be the one. Remember the start when you're breaking my heart again, like blood on a pen. Would it matter then when everything starts to fade? Back like it's yesterday. I want it all full send. Would it matter then? Would it
Porch light flicker on the siding, moths dancing like they know the tune. Porch light flicker on the siding, moths dancing like they know the tune. Every breath feels borrowed, but tonight the world's in tune. porch light burn uneven. Let the shadows play. Yeah, the porch light burn uneven. Keep the night from drifting away. If this ain't heaven, it'll do for today.
You say you need your space, then pull me close. I read your silence, louder than most. One day you're warm, the next
All right, another solid win for the good guys. And yeah, bots doing well. I'm also keeping an eye on the top four crypto, which we have on the screen. That's why we've got four areas. And when it's mixed, I'm kind of keeping in mind that okay, there's some drag down a little bit, or there's some push up. It's not all solid across the board. So I'm a little bit more ready to do a stop loss in that kind of a situation. They tend to move together, especially on a big move. So, but if there's a mix between the four, that's just something to be aware of, something I'm watching. So, yeah, the bot, in reality, kind of still undefeated today. I have had to do 2 stop losses out of maybe, I don't know, 10, 12 markets, something like that. So overall profitable. We got that nice W. Gotta love when we stacking the dubs. That's my ideal entry. If I can get in at 85 cents and then be able to get out at 95, even though that market was kind of stressful for a little while, yeah, 95 happens a lot faster than 99. So I like to get that win early and just sit back and talk to you guys in the chat. So the more I'm talking to you, the more I'm winning and the happier happier I am. So yeah, it's been a great stream. Usually Saturday is a quiet day, but we've had a nice solid building of energy today in the chat and in the numbers. So it's been great. A lot of people hanging out for the session. So I appreciate you being here. All the support you're giving to me and what I'm doing. Thank you so much. But if you have any questions, just let me know. If there's no questions, I'll just quickly pop in and say hello and yeah, celebrate a win with you and then get back into trading mode. If there's a question though, put it up and I'll address it when I'm in between trades.
Right to jail. Right to jail. Right away.
Yeah, so Jay, I don't talk during trades because I've just learned that I'm a terrible trader while talking. I put too much of my focus on what I'm saying, and I'm not good at doing both at the same time. So I've just taking care of myself while I do this stream, and like when I'm trading, I try not to be talking. So yeah.
Sun is falling, speed in the black. Nobody driving, we're in the back. To the end of the world. Well, I chipped my tooth on a tangerine, and the jaybird singing something about the way things used to be. Now I'm dancing on a wire like a cheap paper tiger, strumming on a heartstring stereo to a song that no one knows, and it goes like this. Hey, hey, yeah, said it goes like this. Say la vie, oh, don't ask me, 'cause it goes like this. Yeah. So I pack my bags and I'm on my way. And all my friends are upside down, but I get around okay. Now I'm dancing on a tightrope, oh, like some silly little psycho. Only one way out of this two-lane town, and around we go, and it goes like this. Oh yeah, say it goes like this. Say la vie, oh, don't ask me, 'cause it goes like this. Oh, 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 oh. Da 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 da. Say la vie, oh, don't ask me, 'cause it goes like this. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Darling, on the highway, doing 95 alone. Trying to reach you, call you, but you won't come to the phone. Remember me, said you'd be my heart's home. Guess you were biding your turn to go. Oh, I really should've known. We were dynamite till we hit a red light. Then I see the signs. Oh, after all that time, this is it for us. You don't wanna try. Thought your love was real, but it's down for us. Now you can't decide. Oh, oh, oh. After all this time, this is it for us. Change your energy, yeah, you switch things up. Now you seem brand new to me. But was that even for? Was you playing your games? Was you really bored? No. Oh, I really should've known. We were dynamite till we hit a red light. Then I see the signs. Oh, after all that time, this is it for us. You don't wanna try. Thought your love was real, but it's down for us. Now you can't decide. Oh, oh, oh. After all this time, this is it for us. After all this time, this is it for us. After all this time, this is it for us. Oh, I really should've known. We were dynamite till we hit a red light. Then I see the sign. Oh, after all that time, this is it for us. You don't wanna try. Thought your love was real, but it's down for us. Now you can't decide. Oh, oh, oh. After all this time, this is it for us. Anyway, baby, just name the time. when I'ma come through. Can you get me cruising under moonlight? Top down, playing new sounds while the wind blows over it. Checking my maps, heading a stack, keep it intact. Do me a favor, girl. Can you keep it warm for me? Keep it on for me like a shower. I needed to run for me. Hold it down till I'm pulling up. I finally made it, girl. And I'm at the door, see you walking up to me, and you got something that's showing what's underneath. Still, you expect me to make it do pleasantries, baby. I'm yours. Love what you got on, but I want it all for you. We can play a song while I'm holding on to you. Rubbing in the hallway, no use for all the rooms. So what you wanna do? And she told me, she said it's all for you. I did it all for you. Baby, it's all for you. No, no, no. She said it's all for you. I did it all for you. Baby, it's all for you. No, no, no. We could catch a vibe here on this trip. I'm in your soul, you're on my head. I want you at my fingertips all night, all night. Love what you got on, but I want it all for you.
So yeah, the bot stops giving recommendations at the 2 minute mark. It's basically saying it's too volatile. And then I lose my feedback from the bot at that point. So ideally, I'm getting out at 2 minutes. All I was trying to do there was see if I could get break even. And then once I saw it moving to 50 cents, I was out. So it was close. I don't know if maybe we should move the bot to 3 minutes, that we want to be out. But I would also like the bot to keep recommending, even though it's not going to recommend a new position at the 2 minute mark, to stay online and just give feedback on, is this market still safe in the no or the yes position, the up or the down. So there's some tweaks that I think can be made to the bot slightly, but overall the performance is solid. That was just a dicey as hell market, happy to be out of that. And again, my thing that I'm not so focused on the results. I'm focused on the process. So yeah, that was rough. So I'm happy if I execute my strategy. And so I did. I followed the strategy to a T there. Gave it a little bit of time at the 2 minute mark to see if I could just get back to break even. But then once it went in the other direction, it was time to get out. So for me, I'm happy if I'm, executing a stop loss when I'm supposed to. If I'm bidding when I'm supposed to. If I'm sitting out of a market when I'm supposed to. So for me, it's all about the process, and I reward myself emotionally based on whether I stuck to that process or not. And you're investing too much in a market if you cannot stay neutral emotionally on a loss. Does that make sense? I definitely, I don't lose too much sleep over a 30-cent loss, which is what I got there. And so I definitely know I'm in good shape as far as like how much I'm bidding right now. Now I'm only bidding one contract because I'm just testing the bot, but like I'm well aware that I'm in a comfortable range because I can do my stop loss, and now all it takes is 3 wins for me to make up that loss. And since my strategy generally wins 90% of the time, 85 to 90% of the time, I'm good with that. I'm happy with a stop loss at 30 cents per contract. So, yep, at least we didn't lose it all. And the only question from that market is like at 248, it finally hit 85 cents. And boy, it got to 94 or 93 or whatever. I was like, oh, this is going to be good. This is going to be a quick one. And but it was so close. there might need to be a distance away from the strike minimum. So I'll mull that over with Gemini, and I've got some notes to kind of go over and see if there's some adjustments that can be made. But overall, I think it's doing a really good job of reading the charts and providing, the feedback I need for the strategy I'm using, which is if this gets to 85 on this side, buy it. So yeah, we're living and learning every day. So, and remember, now I'm gonna share a piece of comedy here, but it's also good financial advice. Seriously, listen to this advice. It's actually very good.
You gotta know how to jack this. You gotta play this game rough, you know what I mean? In, out, get, grab, bonk.
You need to diversify your bonds, nigga.
Bing, boom. Oh, HLG, what's up, man? You need to diversify your bonds. You know what I'm saying? So, oh man, I'm gonna add some more of those over time, but I got two good ones right now: Right to Jail and Wu-Tang Financial. So we we got some good memes on the screen. Oh, you want Right to Jail? Let's do it. Let's do Right to Jail.
Right to jail. Right to jail. Right away.
I was using that so much yesterday because we had a bunch of people showing up, and I really discourage people just coming in and being like the Kalshi chat and being the comment section and being like up or down, like oh, go up this time, just people trying to be the guru or looking for a guru to make picks for them, and I don't think that's really productive for an educational. What's up, HLG? I don't think that's really helpful for an educational platform channels. So anyway, whenever somebody comes in and says, hey, is it up or down? Or definitely go up on this one.
Right to jail. Right to jail. Right away.
Every time, man. And it makes me laugh. Instead of getting upset that like somebody's coming in and turning the chat into like, some mindless nonsense, I just press that, and it makes me laugh every time, and so that's very much self-care for me to use that one. So if you see it, I hope you'll laugh too, because we're definitely want to discourage the chat from becoming up, down. What do you think? Up, down. What's the play on this one, boss? Hey, bro, what should we do here? That is from another one of my favorite shows. Portlandia is one of my favorites, but Parks and Recreation, which is, I love that show so much. Parks and Recreation always makes me laugh. Portlandia always makes me laugh. Chappelle Show, yep, that was from Chappelle Show. And yeah, I love good comedy. I like to laugh. I listen to comedy podcasts to go to bed at night. Yeah, Parks and Rec, I absolutely adored. Yeah. So I like to have comedy in my life. I like to laugh and not take things too seriously, and I love improv comedy. So I like when people are making up stuff on the spot that's witty and funny, and so I listen to Comedy Bang Bang, the podcast. I really love that one. And I've gotten into Hello from the Magic Tavern, which is another improv comedy podcast. But yeah, I listen to Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend. I think he's hilarious. His Hot Ones, the Conan O'Brien Hot Ones is I don't think I've ever laughed that hard in my life. Like that was rolling on the floor. Oh yeah, you've got good taste. Parks and Rec, just phenomenal. Those characters, you had to love them. Ron Swanson, April Ludgate. Come on. Doesn't get any better. Like, so good. Oh, I love that show. I love all those characters and all those actors.
I'm especially a big fan of Nick Offerman. I think he's amazing. I think he's wonderful. And that podcast with what's her name? Why can't I think of her name? But it's Hanging Out with Amy Poehler. Is that right? I love her too. So good. The whole vibe of that show was great. Ron Swanson, so good. And thank you for the lock in. I appreciate you. I will lock in. But I do love to talk about comedy.
Easy.
So that feedback is super helpful for me because I get burned on the up on the regular, especially in a bear market like this. And so for the bot to be like, the price is at like 8 cents, don't buy yes, don't buy yes. That's helpful feedback for me. And I am also tracking that, like, there was a point where down was available at 18 cents and then spiked up to 45 in like a half a second, So there may be some opportunities for when a position is really small, just jumping in there and doing a 10 or 20 cent thing. And it's pretty good at like knowing where the pressure is on the chart and where the price is likely to go. So I'm learning to trust it when it's like, do not take the up here, do not do it. And it may end up being upwinds, but I like to, not get into situations where the chart is against me, and the bot is doing a real good job of helping me with that. Okay, so what time are you going off of live and then coming back? So today I'm gonna stop at 3:30. What time is it right now? So about half hour. Got two more markets. I usually go between noon and 4 in the afternoon Pacific time. So it's 3 o'clock my time right now. I'll go for another half hour. And then in the evenings, I usually come back somewhere around 8 o'clock Pacific time. And then I usually go till 11. If the chat is hopping and things are still going at 11 o'clock Pacific time, I'll keep going. But it's pretty late for most of America at that point. So I play it by ear, but and I also honor my energy, so I'm going to be live for at least a period of time in those windows, but some days it will be shorter than others. Some days it'll be longer. So, but yeah, you can expect 3:30 sign off and then 8 p.m. Pacific time sign in. So still 16 people strong. The whole live has been super strong with attendance. It's been wonderful to have so many people hanging out. And up to 523 subscribers, 16 likes. Fantastic. Thank you so much for all your support.
In the morning, I wake up feeling no pain. Long stretches, I get to remember it. Then I see my bed is empty on one side. Back in the sheet, only place I can hide. In the morning, I'm wondering how I'm gonna get through the night. Sick and weary
shaking all over. Imagine you're here. I'm looking up at the door. I'm a better man with your love than without. Stuck in the seal. I may never make it out. In the morning, I'm wondering how I'm gonna get through the night. Sick and weary, only your love's gonna make it right. Yeah, only your love, only your love. Only your love, only your love. Just a little, take me along the way. Won't you visit? Won't you stop by to stay? I'm a better man with your love than without. I'm in the seal. I may never make it out. And in the morning, I'm wondering how I'm gonna get through the night. I'm sick and weary. Only your love's gonna make it right. Yeah. Only your love, only your love. 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 Only your love, only your Well, I know how you want it to seem, but we'll watch as it all plays out. From the crest of the wave that we broke upon and pulled you back into the sea, all the way down. Why'd it take all our life to explain that it's more beautiful when you're here? I remember the light when it
I love when the wins are quick like that. Man, that's nice. That makes me happy. 22 people in the room right now. Wonderful to have you with us. If you're new to the channel, welcome. We're here learning more about trading and predictive markets and strategies and all that kind of good stuff. Trying to provide a space for people to come together, share their thoughts, find some community, laugh a little bit, learn a little bit, and hopefully make a little bit of money. That'd be nice. But more than anything, looking for strategies and good solid psychology when it comes to trading. So, yeah, good W there. Don't trade while driving, dude. Come on, man. You're at a stoplight. Just say you're at a stoplight. I'll be fine. I'll be able to let it go. But yeah, so this will be the last market of the afternoon coming up here, and then we'll be back tonight at 8 p.m. Pacific for the evening session. So if you enjoyed hanging out here today, I try to do it twice a day, every day, from noon to 4 p.m. and from 8 to midnight. Okay, good. I appreciate that. Yeah, I don't want to be encouraging people to be texting and driving, much less trading and driving. So I can't talk and trade at the same time. So definitely driving is not great. But yeah, it's been a wonderful day. We've had a big number of people hanging out with us today. Met some new people, introduced some people to what we're doing here, and made a little bit of money. The bot's doing pretty good today. I've kind of yeah, its record is pretty strong. Only one market was it actually wrong on, and that was a real close call in the last 2 minutes. And probably should have just stayed out of that one anyway myself. But drive-by scalping, yeah. But yeah, I'll look for some more Parks and Recs memes. Yeah, see if I can find some other stuff. Yeah. Oh, another scalping and driving. Yeah, we're seeing it more and more. Yeah. He was a good kid, though. He was a good kid. Yeah, let's not have any of that news. Let's have no news events in this chat, please. God. All right, I'm gonna get into trading mode. I got to get used to like the beginning of the market. The bot gives suggestions as well, so it's only done it like two or three times today. I got in on one of them and won like within 5 seconds. Um, and there's been the other one I missed out on because I was jabbering. But let me stop jabbering and get ready to trade. I suspect that when the market is a little bit more volatile during the week, the bot will have more suggestions for the first 3 minutes. But it's moving so slowly right now that there's no strong indicator for the bot to make a recommendation in the first 3 minutes. So we'll wrap things up today with one final end of market scalp and see if the bot can keep the W's stacking up. And again, I'll be back tonight at 8 p.m. And yeah, it's been a wonderful stream. So I thank all the people. Stupid slow. It's been 6 in a row. Oh, we got a poet. We got a poet, folks. I need some more Chappelle Show memes as well. So I'm going to get some more Chappelle Show and Parks and Rec memes going for the evening. Try to throw in a little laughter in the middle of the trading. So, but yeah, it's been it's an average weekend day. It was a little volatile earlier in the day, but Friday afternoon, Sunday or Saturday all day, Sunday morning, nice and quiet, slow and steady, just how we like it. Yeah, I mean, I suppose so. I'm just testing the bot, so I'm letting the bot decide what to do at the moment. But yeah, I wasn't even aware that we were at 6 in a row. Let me see here. One, two, three, four, five, six. Yeah, 6 in a row. I did have a strategy at one point called, fade the streak martingale. That once it got up to like 6, start buying the other side. Like, and if you lose, double down. If you lose, double down. And most streaks will end at 7 or 8. Once in a while, you get a 9er. Then you get once every couple months, you get a 10, and then 11 will ruin your week. So it's one of those strategies I spent a lot of time developing for a bot to trade, but kind of diabolical. They say martingale, which is basically double down when you lose, it works until it doesn't, and when it doesn't, you have nothing left. You're wiped out. So, but yeah, let me get into trading mode on this. We'll see if we get to a streak of 7 on the up.
Porch light flicker on the siding, moths dancing like they know the tune. Porch light flicker on the siding, moths dancing like they know the tune. Every breath feels borrowed, but tonight the world's in tune. Old chair hums beneath me, plank boards keep the time. Old chair hums beneath me, plank boards keep the time. If this sound ain't perfect, that's how porch light burn uneven. Let the shadows play. Yeah, the porch light burn uneven. Keep the night from drifting away. If this ain't heaven, it'll do for.
Well, since this is the last one of the session, I'll talk through my trading here on this last one. Boy, the bot is super suspicious of the down here. It's like, yeah, no, I don't think so. It may switch over to buy down or buy no at any moment, but according to the chart and what the indicators, the bot is like, yeah, hold off on buying the down at the moment still, which is great feedback. I love it so much. Like, it's definitely doing what it was programmed to do, which is just advise based on chart position of when a position is relatively safe and when it is not. And I'm happy sitting out if the chart is, if the bot's saying, yeah, I don't know, even 95% probability, the bot is not convinced. So that's great feedback for me as a trader. So, yeah, we'll see. I mean, 6 in a row up. You would think we'd have a reversal here, but again, the bot is still going to die on this hill. Like, do not get the down, which is like, really? 95 cents. You sure? But yeah, it's super valuable. Last thing you want to do as with this strategy is buy a 94-cent position that the chart is actually saying not great, like kind of iffy, That's a great thing to avoid if you can, and that's basically what the bot is instructing at the moment is, yeah, not worth it. If yes, we're at 85 cents right now, it would be worth it. But like, no at 96, not worth it. So as a trader, I'm like really happy about that kind of feedback in real time. But yeah, it looks like the last one of the afternoon, we might be sitting out. And considering how much this week I've lost on positions that were at 90 cents, I don't mind sitting out. I really don't. But I am kind of surprised the bot has not flipped over to recommending no at this point. But there is something on the chart that it's like, no thank you. And I'm kind of getting to the point in a situation like this where 3 minutes to go, I'm not really interested. So yeah, we'll call this one as a sitting out. I think you should fix that in the bot. If you make it a trading automatic bot, you will lose money. No? No, I don't think I would change anything. It just flipped to the no, finally. No, because its job is I only want to be in high probability situations where I'm getting in at 85 and the likelihood on the chart is you're going to get your 10 cents, basically. And if the bot looks at the chart and says this could reverse at any time, it's just not. It's the same thing as taking a good loss. Sitting out is great. Don't underestimate the power of not participating. And if the bot looks at the chart, doesn't like it, all the indicators are pointing, that it very well could flip in the other direction at any moment. That's super valuable information, and I want to sit out that market. I think it's doing its job. And as we get here now, it's kind of iffy. It's turned very iffy. That's why the bot held out on the recommendation as long as it did, because seeing that this is possible right here. Now we're at 70, 68. You know, it's a stop loss situation pretty soon for me if I got that position. So it did its job there. You do not want to be in this strategy. You do not want to be in this market. Sure, it ended up being a winner, looks like, but no thank you. Like, it's just not a good fit for the strategy. All right, Serge, I know you got to work, so sleep well. I'll see you tomorrow. Derlin, I'll see you tonight. Everybody else that wants to come back, we'll see you tonight. Thanks so much for hanging out. It's always a pleasure to meet new people and hang out with the OGs. We'll do this again in a few hours. I'll see you then.